everyone, this is Marc for you. Now here live from Firenze, we are shooting one awesome video which is close to my heart. We're going to meet up with Herbert Stricker and Roberto Ugolini himself, and we will present you the whole collection and give you some detailed talk behind the ideas of the fragrances. We are here at Rosso, the new address of Roberto Ugolini, and next to me is, you could say, the nose behind the creation of all the fragrances. Herbert Stricker, you already know him, yeah?
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine.
Yeah.
So nice to meet you here in Florence. So
yeah.
After a long time,
special occasion.
Finally we are here.
Yeah. Today we give you an in-depth guide of all the different Roberto Ugolini fragrances and what place could be better than this workshop. So I would say we go right in and let's take a look at some fragrances.
Of course.
Yeah. Let's start at the beginning. What was initially the idea behind creating a fragrance line for a shoemaker?
Yeah, the first idea was to create a brand. So to create a fragrance brand, I don't have an idea about how it calls, so only the idea to create a brand. And the second idea was, okay, I have to choose or my name and put my name on it, or choose a fantasy name and put a fantasy name, or put a real name of a person. So, and after thinking about these three options, I choose the option to put a name of a famous person, which are in the perfume, but not really in the perfume, not a perfumer or someone, a brand, a fashion brand or something else, but a little bit outside the shoemaker. And there's a big history in Florence here. The most famous shoemaker, Ferragamo, is also a shoemaker, but now Ferragamo is known for everything, for fashion and for fragrances and something like that. And they asked Roberto if he agrees to put his name on the bottles. And, and
obviously he said yes.
Yes, that was. And also it was very comfortable to do this job because you can match the elements of shoemaking with the fragrance flecken design, on the box design and everything. So we choose a special box, we choose the bottle. The bottle is, they are all different colors of the bottles, and they're all colors very known in Florence. The red one, the brown one, the green one, the blue one, they're all, maybe this light blue not, but the rest of the bottles, the viola, which is the color of the city of Florence, the official color. And the next one was to put a leather label on it, so like the leather what is used in the shoes. The next one is to put this brand mark, what Roberto also uses to stamp his shoes.
Oh, okay.
So use these elements. They use the horn cap, like a shoe bone, and so everything around the product is connected with the shoemaking thing. We choose some shoemaker or shoe names, and we choose also other names, like the Giassette Rosso, what was the former address, and the new one is Quattro Rosso, which is now the address here. So that's what the idea behind this one.
How long was the process of developing this kind of scent? If we start now, this was the first release, right?
Also was the first one.
And how long was from the beginning of the idea until the finished product?
For this one was mainly 2 years.
2 years?
2 years. I have to say that the fragrance was ready before the product was, or the idea was finalized.
Okay.
So I have the fragrance for many years. And after, when I choose, okay, I do now this brand, I make this fragrances, I look on my library and I say, okay, this one is matching for this one is matching for this, and so. So every fragrance which comes out now, also the new ones, are fragrances made many years ago.
Yeah, this is, you know, I know Herbert since a long time, and this is always his approach, to take his time, you know, don't rush things. Just the process, you know, it takes some time. So what can you tell me about Oxford?
First fragrance, I want a fragrance what, of course, is a fragrance who likes Roberto, because his name is on the bottle, and he has to like the fragrance. So the second one is, of course, a male fragrance, so a masculine one, a very strong one, not so strong, but
long-lasting.
Long-lasting, and a very universal, a typical masculine fragrance with a little modern twist. So classic, but a modern twist. That's what the idea of this fragrance.
For me, this is a mixture between, let's say, fruity notes like grapefruit, and then you have some also woody parts inside. Yeah.
For me, it's more the woody parts. They're coming out. So of course there are these fresh notes in the beginning, but it's more the woody part. It's a fragrance that is known for his style, but it's also known for the presence. So it's a fragrance that is still there. It's not a light fragrance. It's a fragrance that's still there, but not too much. It's not too loud. For which age? I mean, when someone asks, you know, I want to buy now Roberto Ugolini fragrance, who should buy this one? Everyone. So for me, it's the perfect fragrance for the young man, the older man, the middle-aged man, for everyone. Because it's a very universal fragrance for every occasion. You can go to the office, you can go to sport, to everything. It's, maybe you can change the amount of spraying. So if you go in the office, maybe you spray 2 times or 3 times.
If
you go in the evening, maybe you spray more. So you change the strongness with spraying more or less.
Okay.
That's the reason.
And if we move on now to the second fragrance, what was it? Blue Suede shoes?
No, the second one was
Loafer. Yes, I remember.
So, and the idea behind Loafer was to say, okay, one is for Roberto, and one is for me.
This one is yours, Okay. But Loafer, I mean, the style. If you think of Loafer, you more wear it on the free time, leisure time, or So it was difficult to find a solution to put this shoe names on it. So of course I think, okay, what kind of fragrance is this? This one is for me a masculine, but it's also a unisex. Unisex with a likely twist to the masculine. So, and to put a name on it, if you put a name Oxford or Derby or something else, everyone says, okay, this is a masculine. Loafer is also a shoe which is worn by a woman. And so, correct, yes.
So that's what the reason why Loafer. Not because I wear a lot of loafers, but the reason was that's what that was. The initial idea of this fragrance is called white oud. It's strange because there's no oud inside. There are 2 different approaches, and if you go in the Middle East and you speak about white oud, they know what this means with white oud.
They sell it.
White oud is a combination of flowers. It makes a sense like why they say white oud. They say white oud because the normal oud is dark, is strong, and they say they have the same taste like the oud, but in a clean way. So white. That's the reason why white oud. So it's the dark oud and the white oud. That's the reason why this is.
And when should you use something like Loafer?
This one is more for the experienced user. It's not for the beginner. It's not for who wants to search a fragrance to start with it. It's maybe not the
more
first
for the advanced people.
More for the advanced. And you have to be clear you want to dress this fragrance.
Oh, really?
It's not for one who says, okay, the fragrance gives me improving. So you can dress a fragrance to say, with the fragrance I get a better look or better impression. With this one you have to have a good impression. And wear this one then? This one.
Yeah, okay.
So you have to force this fragrance. Not the fragrance wears you, but you wear the fragrance.
Oh, okay.
That's the,
very good.
The reason,
Okay. And then, but then blue suede shoes, right?
No, the third one was feminine feminine. So the idea was to say, okay, I have two masculines. I do also feminine fragrance.
Yeah.
And the working name of this feminine fragrance was Wonder Woman.
Originally was called Wonder Woman. Okay.
Woman. And the problem is Wonder Woman is a trademark of because it's a comic.
I think DC or Marvel. DC.
Marvel. I think it's Marvel.
No, DC.
No, DC. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the first problem, and the second one, I say, okay. In the first step, I want to stay with the shoe names.
Yeah.
And I choose Kitten Heel as a name, which is a feminine shoe, it's a mid-size shoe. So this was the third one.
Today,
what
kind of notes?
If I go back and I can re-establish the image of this fragrance, or I think I put this fragrance in a different way. I use this base and I give them a little bit woody end notes and put them on a unisex base. Because the fragrance is also like this Kirche Vapura style fragrance.
Yeah, it's not 100% feminine.
No. But it doesn't have this masculine touch of the wood notes. So you need to put some wood notes. So now it's clear, it's in this way, but it's also a feminine fragrance, not for the normal, usual, standard feminine style. So it's more for a feminine unisex direction going.
What kind of notes do we have in here?
There's a lot of very sweet flowers inside, also fruity notes, peach and mandarin, and so some fruity notes, and some spices. They are not this very strong spice, masculine spice, but this feminine spice.
Okay. But now is the time for Blue Suede Shoes.
Now is the time for Blue Suede Shoes.
Okay. So Blue Suede Shoes was the next release. I mean, Blue Suede Shoes was a famous song, correct? Or?
Yeah, correct. It's a famous song. It's not from Elvis Presley, but he was famous for this song.
Yeah.
So staying in this shoot thematic, so what can I say? Okay. The idea was one of these fragrance has to be called Blue Suede Shoes.
This name you want to put?
Yeah,
okay.
This was for sure in the first step. And of course the bottle has to be blue, because Blue Suede Shoes has to be blue. And also here, I think if I can go back, maybe I change this one. Because the fragrance is a very, very pleasant step between the mainstream, like Eau Sauvage or some Clos de Chanel, and the niche. So if someone wants to have a niche, but doesn't want to have this niche stronger character, he wants to have this mass appealing DNA, which is for everyone.
So you would say if someone has Bleu de Chanel, this would be a fit for him?
Yeah, for 100%. 100% will fit for him this fragrance, and he also realized that this one is another kind of fragrance, more stronger, more long-lasting, more complex, or something else. But it's this what I call this masculine DNA, what is used for several mainstream brands in this kind. The idea was to now it's Blue Suede Shoes, but of course it's not this. Maybe I choose another name for the next time, another name. But now it's done. And
this is it. And this was I think this was the original collection. First release?
The original collection was only three. This three one.
This came later.
Later, yeah.
And then
another
as a next
feminine,
step,
which is high heel.
This I have to say, if someone has, let's say, Tom Ford female fragrances at home, then this will be a fit. It's one of my most favorite fragrances. It has such a strong particular direction. It's not, I would say, same as applying for the Loafer. You have to wear this one. You will get 100% attention. This is with a high contrast.
And also this one here is not 100% feminine. Maybe there is a big blogger or forum community in Germany, what is called Parfumo, and some of them, they say that it's a more masculine fragrance.
It's really dry and it's super strong. It's super strong. If my wife Victoria wears this one, it lasts for days.
The working name, I love the working names. Normally, when you work in the laboratory on a fragrance, you don't have a name. So you work on different essences, you work on different ingredients, and you put some ingredients, you make some trials. On a certain point, you have to choose a name, because you have to put on the computer the formula.
Yeah.
And put the formula on the computer, you have to say, okay, what's the name? And you give them a name, but this is not the name maybe what's the name after when the fragrance comes out. And the name of this fragrance was narcotic.
Narcotic.
So because the idea was this little bit narcotic in sense of, yeah.
But I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Yeah. Very, very interesting fragrance.
Yeah.
I never used it because of the name, High Heel White. Maybe I should try it as a male.
Yeah. So it's always the same thing. If you bring out a fragrance, you think about, okay, how you use it. It's unisex, it's masculine.
Because of the name, it's 100% female. But
I know.
I would try it now. So let's see.
No, for me, is you can just wear it also perfectly as a man.
Okay, very interesting. What was the next fragrance?
The next one of this, after Blue Suede Shoes and White, was the 17 Rosso. The 17 Rosso was the older address of Roberto Ugolini.
My favorite. This is my most favorite fragrance. It has also a higher dose inside.
Okay. And this is the first one which came out of the shoe names. So all the other ones have shoe names. Blue Suede Shoes, Kitten Heel, Oxford, Loafer. And this one was the first without a shoe name, and was the address 17 Rosso. And I think, okay, I open a new door with this shoe, without the shoe names, no shoe names anymore, a new style of fragrance, and I give them a new twist to put extrait de parfum. So to give them a higher concentration. And this one is 30%, the other one is 20, 25, depending on the fragrance, but this was 30%. So a higher potential fragrance inside. To give them also another color, a metallic color. The other have the standard transparent colors, and this one is a metallic color. For me, it's a line now, because there's 4 Rosso coming. So it's 70 Rosso, 4 Rosso. Rosso has also a red one, but a darker red one, also metallic. So, and there's the Extrait de Parfum collection. Maybe there's a third one coming. So the third one maybe is called Firenze or something else without the thing. And this one lives a lot about the concentration and of this caramel, saffron, and fruity notes in combination with the rose. So that is a classic. I say it's between the Western style and Eastern style, Arabic style. So there's a way between. Now, it's not a clearly Middle East style fragrance, but it's not also a classical Western style. It's between. So.
For me, I use this fragrance, for example, when I'm traveling, when I know that I'm on my feet the whole day and I need a scent which is long-lasting forever, and you smell it for a long time, then I use this one.
And I have to say it's the best seller in the line.
Really, but it's also the most expensive one.
It's most expensive
But this one is the best seller.
The next one is Oxford, but 17 Rosso is now really the best seller of the line. So it means that you have a lot of people, they like the fragrance, but it's always the sense of a best seller. And I'm very happy with this. I think the 4 Rosso will be a good part in combination with this one here. And we have to see. But this, I'm very happy with this fragrance. I like this fragrance very much, and as I have used it also here. There are different working names on this one, but I am very happy with this.
And the next in line was Marzocco,
Marzocco,
correct?
Exactly. Marzocco,
my most favorite color.
In this purple color, which is also the color from Florence. Also everything in Florence is colored with this purple color, the crest of Florence, and also the football team of Florence has these tricots, and so everything is sort of collected to Florence. Marzocco is the lion symbol here in Florence, which is called Marzocco, and so this one was the reason, because purple and Marzocco, Florence, so that's the colors of the city. The idea behind this fragrance was to create, it's very difficult to make this fragrance.
This one is the DNA of the fragrance, what you brought together, it's not easy.
Yeah, the idea was to create, in Germany maybe everyone knows this Ahoy Brause.
Yeah.
In French they say Peter Zeta, which is the same thing.
Okay.
And normally you have this one on the ice cream, on the water ice. Water
it's
ice.
like the sparkling.
Yeah. So when you put it in the mouth, you feel a sparkling effect.
Yeah.
So and I asked the perfumer to say, okay, I want this effect on the skin, or in the sense, on the skin, on the nose, and the first step. And this was very difficult to create this, this fragrant, crispy effect on the initial.
So when I smell here, you have mint inside, correct?
Yeah, that's it's working with a special selection of the mint. So if you have a raw material, you can use the whole raw material, or you can use part of the raw material. So at the end of every raw material is a mix of molecules. So you have different molecules combined, and they make this raw acid. And you can say, okay, I want only this part or this part, and you can separate these parts. This is technically possible. And you put out only a certain part of the mint, and the certain part of the mint makes this effect.
For whom is this fragrance?
For me, it's the easy living fragrance for everyone. So everyone who wants an easy living, good smelling, good mood fragrance. So if you are
100% good mood, yes.
If you have a bad day, put this on, and the day is done. So it's
easy to use.
Easy to use for every day, for every occasion, for every person. So it's a good mood fragrance.
And I have to say, it stands out. So within the line, it's also very particular. Not too intense in one direction, and it will come for you all around. And then the last one
until now is Azzurro. Which is this bottle here. Someone says it's not Azzurro, but it's Marc, but okay.
But you wanted this color.
I wanted this color, and I wanted the name Azzurro because it's an Italian famous name. Also Azzurro, everything is here. There's some songs from Celentano, and everything is, in Italy is everything Azzurro. Yeah. Which means good day or beautiful weather or something else. And the fragrance, maybe is a problem, the name and the color of the fragrance. Because the name of the color of the fragrance, the people think this is an aquatic one, but it's not an aquatic one. I want this for me is this a fragrance what is wearable ice cream. Oh. So if you
I hear this the first time.
Yeah, if you smell ice cream, if you go in an ice cream shop and you smell different styles of different tastes or different of ice cream, and there's citrus ice cream, there's peach, there's strawberry and everything. So you smell this different ice cream and of course you can use this style of taste of ice cream, but it's too sweet and too sticky. So you have to put this in a fragrance way. So the combination is to make an ice cream fragrance without smelling the ice cream vibe, but the ice cream elements. And I think, okay, you have to put something extra, and this was the champagne.
Ah, okay.
Of course, there's not champagne inside. Now that people say, okay, but what it means champagne? Now, champagne inside in a fragrance or also tobacco inside the fragrance doesn't mean that the tobacco leaves inside, but it's a sensation of this one. Leather is also a sensation. If you speak about leather, it's not that it's leather essence inside, so there's a sensation of leather. And here the sensation is of champagne. And if you open a bottle of champagne, you have this sparkling notes, which are a little bit also crispy. And you have this, mainly this fresh bread crust taste. If you put a fresh baked bread, and you taste it there, this outside, it has this crusty special taste of this bread, and this is also in the champagne mixed with the fruity notes. So that is the balance in the champagne. It's not fruity, but it has also this crust, this is bread crust. Yeah. So, and this is the combination. This ice cream notes, fruity notes, this fresh bread notes, which is a part of the champagne note. So it's also a good vibe fragrance. It's also for me, for everyone. So feminine, masculine. Maybe it's a little bit more feminine than Marzocco. So it's,
but I have to say, the most manliest people my audience, they love this fragrance. I have some people who are bodybuilders and they are wearing this one.
Yeah, but that's always. If you wear a fragrance, you don't wear only the fragrance, but it's a combination between the person and the fragrance. So every fragrance has a different appealing if it wears a bodybuilder, or if it wears a woman, or if it wears a child or something else. So every fragrance is a combination of the personality of the person and the fragrance. And I don't mean that there's the skin, what is, but it's an imagination. If you see a man or a woman, you see the woman and you smell and you see. You smell and you see. You have two senses. You don't say, okay, I don't see, I smell only.
Yeah.
You make a combination, and this one is perfect for a stronger man because he can wear this very easily.
Very easily. And if we now take a look into the future,
if you look,
are there some surprises?
There are some two new ones.
Two new ones.
Two new ones. One of them is the Quattro Rosso, the 4 Rosso.
Yes.
Which is the second one in the Extrait de Parfum version, which is a woody, spicy, smoky one. It's more in a smoky way. And the other one is going back to the shoe names.
Yeah.
And this is a Derby. It's a classical man's fragrance with a very aromatic style. It's like a fougere, but
nice.
a modern fougere.
So it would be in the line of, let's say, Oxford. If someone likes Oxford, then this is a good choice. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
It's a little bit more classical than Oxford, but it's in the line of. He likes Oxford, also likes, I think, Derby.
Okay, very good.
And he likes 17 Rosso, will also like 4 Rosso. And I think 4 Rosso will be the best seller of the line on the long term.
Now, at the end, I just want to ask, in terms of the distribution, Europe is the strongest market, I would say, at the moment for this brand?
When we start with this brand, we start a little bit, maybe some 5 or 6 months before the COVID period we start. So we don't have so much shops outside of Germany, Italy, and so. So we are starting now to put the brand in different markets.
Okay.
And so now it's mainly known in Germany, in Austria, and in Italy.
Ah, okay.
We have a dealer in Portugal. We are starting now in Spain with a very good person to start, but it's not so famous outside of the country.
Okay.
So if someone looks for a unique fragrance, not sellable everywhere, so it's
this is the right one. Yeah, thank you very much, Herbert, for the time.
Okay.
It was lovely to be here in this workshop to see all. Where is the DNA of the fragrance?
Exactly.
And if you are interested in one of these fragrances, of course, you can check out the link in the description. We are selling it over our website, and I would say, I see you probably very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.